We all know freshly roasted coffee is better, but the reasons why are more complex than you might imagine. The moment a bean is roasted, a chemical fuse is lit, starting a countdown on its intense flavor. As this fuse burns, the natural oils inside the beans immediately begin to degrade and oxidize. This allows the incredible aromas, the very soul of the coffee, to escape and fade away forever. Today, we'll explain the science, uncover why too fresh is a real problem, and show you how to find that perfect peak flavor window. First, where does coffee's complex flavor actually come from? It's not in the green bean. It's forged in the fire of the roaster. First is the Maillard reaction. This creates hundreds of new compounds, giving coffee its nutty and chocolatey notes. Next is caramelization, where sugars break down. This builds the sweetness and body that balances the cup. Together, these reactions create the key players of coffee flavor: volatile aromatic compounds. So we have these amazing flavor compounds. But why are they called volatile? And why is that the key to everything? Volatile means they easily turn into a gas at room temperature. This is great for aroma, but it's also their biggest weakness. These compounds, like earthy pyrazines and caramel furans, are actively trying to escape the bean from the moment they are made. The coffee's oils act like a temporary cage. As the oils degrade over time, that cage breaks and flavor gets out. This escape is why coffee that's weeks old smells and tastes flat. The life of the coffee has vanished into thin air. So the solution seems simple, right? Just brew the coffee immediately after roasting, but not so fast. Let's look at real-world proof. Have you seen a coffee bloom? When hot water hits fresh grounds, they swell and fizz. That bubbling is trapped carbon dioxide gas escaping. With old stale coffee, you get almost no bloom at all. The difference is just as stark with aroma. A bag of freshly roasted beans is intoxicating and fills the room with rich scents. And the taste? Fresh coffee has layers: sweetness, acidity, a smooth finish. Stale coffee is just one-dimensional, so fresh is clearly better than stale. But remember that question about brewing immediately? That CO2 rush is a major problem. Here's the twist. There is such a thing as coffee that is too fresh. Right after roasting, the beans are packed with CO2. This intense off-gassing actively repels water during brewing. The water can't properly saturate the grounds. This leads to an uneven, under-extracted cup that often tastes sharp, sour, or astringent, hiding the real flavors. The coffee needs time to degas, and this time varies. Dark roasts degas in a few days. Light roasts can take 2 weeks. So, brewing immediately is a mistake. Brewing too early is just as bad for flavor as brewing too late. This brings us to the most important concept of all. Let's connect the dots to see the full picture. On one hand, you have the freshness fuse. This is a downward curve as volatile compounds escape and flavor fades. On the other hand, you have the degassing curve. This is an upward curve as excess CO2 leaves and flavors become accessible. The magic happens where these two curves intersect. This is the peak flavor window, the perfect time to brew. Generally, for whole beans, this window opens about 7 to 10 days after roasting and can last up to 30 days for maximum flavor. So the ultimate takeaway is this: coffee freshness isn't a single point that fades. It's a dynamic window you need to aim for. So how do you find this window? It's simple. Stop looking at best buy dates. Always look for the roasted on date. Buy whole beans and aim to start brewing them about 10 days after that roast date. This gives them time to settle. To extend that window as long as possible, store your beans in a cool, dark place in an airtight container. Oxygen is the enemy. Now you have the science. You're no longer guessing. You're equipped to find coffee at its absolute peak, unlocking the best cup at home.